Hello guys, and welcome to this new video. So we are playing against GM Eric Lobron, a very strong player in the 3-minute pool on the ICC. So he playing the Scandinavian. He plays line with G3, which is a good line if you don't want to get to a theoretical debate against an experienced player in the Scandinavian as I am. Playing G3 line is a very nasty weapon. The position is pretty much equal, but it doesn't. We don't have the same patterns as we could see in the other lines. So it's an interesting weapon. So I'm just developing my pieces. So Queen C7. So getting this let's say usual setup. So I'm going A6 now. I can have the idea to take and play C5. But he could play B6, knight takes B6, and knight B5 afterward. So I'm just going to go rook B8. So I'm fighting for the B file. I'm watching like pawn takes, and I already have a rook on the open file. He's now attacking the pawn on C6. That's a good idea because I attack the bishop as well. I have to say I didn't foresee that. Just play bishop to C5, knight takes F5, and pawn takes. And if he takes on C6, my idea was to take on G3. Okay, he could see this idea, and now he's double attacking me, the pawn and the pawn. Okay, I'm playing. Okay, G6 is not playable because of the pawn on H6. I'm being in deep troubles here. Didn't play good. It's my first game on the ICC for quite some times, and seems I'm not in a good form at all. Let's go just rook C8 simply. So he still can't take the pawn because of Queen G3. Okay, let's play Queen takes G3. So if Queen C5, I have Queen takes G2 now, with the intermediary check saving the day for me.
Check.
Okay, so here we are, and what's this endgame about? I think it's a close one. Okay, let's go knight fd7 because I don't want the rook to land on b6. So that's why if knight e6, that was logical, rook b6, and he's attacking my pawn. So I prefer to keep a knight like that, so rook b6 anyway. Now let's go rook d8 and maybe rook d4. Searching for some activity now with my rooks. This game could lead if we play extremely good to a draw. I just noticed that I forgot to switch my camera. Knight e7. Is this the fork? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, so now he had to play like rook e1 or rook to somewhere. Take, and rook b4. Grabbing the pawn. I honestly thought we would lose this game. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's analyze. Let's start. Sorry, the board just moved a bit. Let's have a look at the mid game. Like, okay. So d5 take, queen a5, c6. So this is a usual pawn structure against the bishop and in the Scandinavian. So those moves were pretty okay from me. h6 maybe unneeded for the moment. Maybe bishop d6. Not losing a tempo was eventually better. So h6, rook b1, bishop d6, bishop d2, queen c7. All that is the first line of the computer. Now a4, a6. Yeah, why not? b5, and now the computer says I could take, and bishop c5. Same idea as in the game. Just I don't let him play knight d4. So this would have made a lot of sense. Now I played rook b8, take, knight d4, bishop c5, knight f5, pawn f5. Yeah, so he found good moves. Queen f3, rook c8 now, queen f5, take. And yeah, here I think it's his first mistake, taking the pawn. Rook f e1 looks just excellent, because I cannot play g6. The pawn is fallen, and it's just very hard for me to protect the pawn. I just don't have a chance to protect it. So you can just play like that. Computer is giving h5. Queen takes anyway, queen g3, and knight to e4. Yeah, looking just fantastic for white. Knight takes e4, rook takes e4, and all the pieces will come around. This was a way to play for me to play for him as white. An example. So queen f5, queen takes g3, take. Bishop a3. Oh, here the computer is getting knight e6, and I refused the move because of rook b6, a5, and I thought this pawn will just be an excellent target for the bishop. But maybe black can't, white cannot organize itself so quickly. So he gives rook c1, protecting the pawn. So after knight d4, no attack, and preparing this bishop d2 idea probably. So yeah, white was slightly better here. Knight d7, take, rook b6. No, I missed the move a5 again. a5 is an important move for black, because this pawn is really hard to attack when it's on a5. That's why the computer gives a5, and my knight is not looking at the pawn anymore, so it makes sense. The move he played, by the way. Rook to d4, rook e1, king f8, only move to make sure the rook is not coming, rook e5 and knight d7. Yeah, this is absolutely winning now for black, because as I said, you move the rook like rook e4, the computer move take, and rook b8, or king e7 here in this variation with the king coming. So okay, relatively good game now that we watched it afterward with the computer. It looked better than I thought. He really got me in the opening because I didn't play this bishop c5 move, at move somewhere here after. Okay, here I had to play like this bishop c5 move to make sure the knight doesn't land on d4. I missed that, and my opponent played better, and I was lucky that he blundered an exchange. So thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day. Bye.